Andamento. What is it and how it's used? I'm Lawrence Payne. I've been making copies of Roman mosaics for about the past 20 years, and I just want you to learn in the same way that I did, but a lot faster. So let's take a look. Andamento is something that you're going to come across, and you'll see many different interpretations, and it can really be quite confusing at times. What I'm showing you is my look at it, and you'll generally find that most people know what they're doing. The Andamento will have the same sort of use of the wording there. But before we get to started, to go back to the basics of mosaic work, which is draw a line. You put some adhesive, you glue on the line, you put your tesserae on the adhesive. Tesserae is the Latin word for tiles. Now, that's the real basics of it. If we're introducing Andamento, think of it in this way. We're introducing it, and I want you to understand what it is. Think in this way. You've got letters, which are the tesserae, the individual tiles. You put them together to create words and sentences. These words can be used to create a technical manual or a book of poetry, and that's Andamento. That's what how you use it will determine the results you get. So Andamento can also be termed as the visual flow of the mosaic. So the flow of words to create what your book is in a mosaic. The visual flow of Andamento is the way that the tesserae, the tiles, are set. The ancient Greek and Roman mosaics, there was a specific Andamento, which we refer to as the rules or classical Andamento, and you will see it in every single mosaic across the Greek and Roman world. Before we go on to the next video, which is how we put this all into practice and what you're actually looking at, I want you to something that you'll hear as well is a thing called opus, and a set of techniques. Opus is a Latin word meaning work, and these are specific techniques such as opus vermiculatum, a mosaic made using brief, small, finer tesserae for a lot more detailed work. You've got opus sectile, a mosaic made using larger, different shapes to create designs. For the moment, though, don't get stuck on what opus method to use. You will see it, ignore it for the moment. That will come later. So opus is a method of placing tesserae, and Andamento is the visual flow created by those tesserae. So just a recap. You've got your basic technique, which you do. You draw a line, you put your glue on the line, you put your tesserae on the glue, and then you're going to be looking at using Andamento for a specific visual flow. Next video in the series is when do we first see Andamento being used and why was it needed?